Your favorite compas have another jam-packed episode of the Four Compas show. In this episode, we'll do a quick recap of the Monday night game between the Homer Simpson Cowboys and the Bart Simpson Bengals. Plus, Dan and Daygo and Vic, the producer, will give us their Week 14 takeaways. And of course, we cannot forget about our usual segments during the football season: Compas Power Rankings and our picks of the best match of six in week 15. Time permitting, we will do burial of the weekend. Una más. How are you doing today, Gilberto?
Doing well, a little late here because we had a double header with the short week of
An individual is not happy about that.
yeah, a good amount of people are not happy about that. Yeah, shout out to Michael. I see your comment there. I see you, Athir. I see Uncle Jam's Army. I see Angel. But yeah, we were doing a live episode of Rams versus 49ers. Good matchup on Thursday Night Football. But I hate short weeks. It kind of just makes everything condensed into two days. And I just remember, Fernando, I'm really gonna hate that the Wednesday doubleheader at Christmas. What the hell are we thinking? I also don't even like the Netflix broadcasting lineup. I don't like anything about Netflix because they couldn't even give us Jake Paul, Mike Tyson live properly. So that Wednesday doubleheader is gonna be awful in terms of writing stories, doing videos, like in a 1 day span.
The only reason why they're doing that is, you have to work that day?
I most likely yes, and then all the stories that usually are due on Wednesday are going to be due after the end of Sunday Night Football. I feel like I have no idea how I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's, and what's funny? I think Netflix is just warming up for when WWE goes over to.
Oh yeah, they better fix their live issues before then.
Well, especially because they're expecting John Cena, The Rock, Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. There's a rumor that might take place that night. Roman Reigns. They're moving Cody Rhodes to Monday Night Raw. Like, they're doing everything they can to really make Monday Night Raw huge. So, yeah, no, Netflix, and I'm sure this opens a window also for Netflix to potentially get SmackDown in a couple of years. I can't remember how long USA has them, but Netflix is coming. I mean, and Gilbert, you and I had talked about this 3 years ago. That streaming, like Apple, pretty soon it's not going to be CBS and Fox. It's going to be Apple and Amazon or something like that. Like, that's the route that they're going. So yeah, I definitely think that's the route that we are headed when it comes to the streaming services and all that. So pretty soon streaming is just going to be as expensive as cable used to. So
have you cut the cord yet, Fernando, or you still have?
No, I still have.
Wow, old school.
Yeah. I like it. I mean, there's times where I can watch different things. I don't have to, and sometimes cable or streaming is behind cable.
Oh yeah. I was so behind yesterday on the Monday Night Football game where the weird block punt there. I had no idea what's going on. People were losing their minds, and I was 10 minutes later, I know what happened.
There was a game where you really pissed me off. It was a couple of years ago. It was a Chargers away game. You didn't travel, neither did I. And you kept on beating us. You kept on beating me. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, how are you watching it before I am? You're like, oh, my little bunny ears.
I'm like, yeah, I had the old antennas. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
I needed a local channel at the time. Yeah. It came clutch, though. Better than streaming.
Yeah, I bet. Athir, illegal cable does not mean that you can. Not everybody has illegal cable like you do to watch all the NFL games. No, I'm kidding, Athir. But yeah, that's the route that we're going. We're going to that, and I was gonna mention the broadcast team for that, but I do want to wait till Dan jumps on.
30 people on that, and it's the same people. It's either ESPN or NFL Network. Like,
oh yeah, and instead of giving somebody else something new or let's just recycle. Like, that's literally what this has turned into. So it's dumb, but I mean, we'll get into all that and some more. What did you think last night of the Monday Night Football game?
It was kind of a snoozer at first, but then there was a good ending there. Michael Parsons wants to probably cry his way out of Dallas because he was very emotional for various reasons. And then it's good to see Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase finally get one of these games here. They're not a good team, but they beat a bad team to get that close victory. But good finish. I did not watch at all the Simpsons broadcast because I don't have ESPN Plus and I don't have Disney Plus. So I had no interest to go find whatever feed is going to give me the Simpsons. I didn't need to see it, and also didn't need to see it on all these Twitter clips or Instagram clips. I had no interest in it. I don't know why people need to clip it out.
That's what they were doing yesterday, right?
For the Simpsons, like constantly, everybody thought it's gonna be like, hey, let me clip out 5 seconds of Ralph getting a touchdown here, and I'll go viral. Yeah, right. But I don't know.
Yeah. I saw some of them. Like everybody was like, "Oh, Lisa runs so well." I'm like, okay, like I guess, yeah. I'm like, sure, why not? And they're like, she runs better than Chase Brown, ha ha ha. And then somebody was like, oh, they really should sign Lisa to be the running back of the Cowboys. I'm like, this isn't funny. Like, I don't know why
everybody had their own jokes set up, ready to go and fire off into the social media universe, and it wasn't funny.
Yeah, I didn't think any of them were funny. The graphics were okay. I thought the Toy Story one was better.
I didn't even watch that either.
They did a Toy Story one a couple of years ago. I thought it was a lot better than what they did here. But I mean, I guess beggars can't be choosers.
I'd rather watch the dogs compete during Super Bowl halftime show than watch any of these broadcasts.
That cornerback or whatever his name was, I could not believe that he.
The way he missed a tackle like a Stephon Diggs versus the Saints. What the hell was that?
Yeah, well, and not just that. I thought what was terrible was no the guy on special teams, the one that tried the block punt.
There's a lot of terrible efforts from the Cowboys that can't keep up.
Yeah, they should have won that game. I hope I don't get dinged.
Thank you, Angel. Bart won. I had no idea. Thank you.
Hope I don't get dinged for this, but this is exactly what we were talking about.
No, we're gonna get dinged for sure.
Well, I'll take off the volume. That's Jamar Chase's touchdown.
Oh, yeah. Who was the tackler there?
Homer Simpson.
How do you miss that? Oh, it was Homer. By the way, Panera Bread did not give us a strike, right? Or they didn't bring down our content last week for the music.
No,
that was good to see.
No, because you were quick with it. Up, down, like you were tuning in, you were taking it off. You were tuning in, you were taking it off. So you were pretty quick with it. But yeah, it was. Jay goes the claymation instead of animation. That's actually pretty good. Yeah. For everybody to say that the Cowboys are still alive or the Bengals are still alive is to me is like, why are we still doing this at this point? Like neither team is alive. Like to me, they're both like. Have you you already stuck a fork in the Bengals, right?
Oh yeah, a long time ago. I thought that.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I do like Joe Burrow being honest. Like everybody kept asking, "Hey, just give you hope." He's like, "I wish I would have done this earlier or sooner. I wish you would have won sooner." He's keeping it real.
Yes, Jeffrey. Dan will be on in a second. It's just this is the intro. Or
who cares about Dan, anyways, Jeffrey? I'd rather watch Bart play than hear Dan talk.
Oh wow, Jay's eating a California burrito. There you go, Jay.
Oh,
but to me. Why did it take them so long to beat the Cowboys? What's up, King Rye? Like everybody's like, "Oh, Joe Burrow was so clutch at the end," but he had like 4 different drives to try and beat them in that game
before he got the gift.
Yeah, like it took that the momentum swinging from it took the momentum from what's it called? Jeffrey just distracted me with that. But yeah, no, Angel, the Dolphins are not in either. That one, I am not.
Boy.
I'm not believing in the Dolphins either. Yeah, no, that was they could barely beat the freaking who do they? Aaron Rodgers. Like, come on, get out of here. But you know what? Since that comment was still out there, let's get the guys in here and let's see what.
I think the Jets are favored to win another game. By the way,
they should win the one against the Dolphins in a couple of. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Vic, can you choose the other? Yeah, thank you. It's gonna be cold as hell in New York. There's no way those guys are gonna be able to do anything with it. But King Rye, that's why we're bringing the guys on. I want to talk about this real quick. We'll get them in and then we'll talk about that. So let us bring in. I know. I mean, what do you expect, really? What up, Vic?
What's up, guys? It's good to see you guys. It's been a long day, but it's good to see you guys. But yeah, it was an interesting Monday night game, that's for sure. That special teams gaff really helped.
By the way, you asked me about Nate last week, Vic. He actually texted me he texted me Saturday. He's like, dude, I am so sorry. He threw out like 7 different excuses about why he couldn't jump on. But no, I'm kidding. I was like, hey, looks like we're gonna be doing this at the Super Bowl. He's like, God. He's like, no, please.
Yeah, he's gone through like 3 there. So
yeah, 3 out of the last 4. So I was like, maybe we'll have our usual spot at the Super Bowl, but not if this guy has anything to say about it. He is the man, the myth, the legend, us 3-time CIF champion.
You bet your ass. You bet your ass. If I have anything to do with anything, they're not going to make it to the Super Bowl. I will be like the guy in Happy Gilmore if I have to. You will not complete this pass, you jackass.
You're a 3-time CAF champion. We're gonna count the 8-man leagues.
3-time, baby.
The 8-man flag football leagues that you won in high school.
Oh, really? This is the guy who couldn't even make it to a CIF invitational for track guy?
Hey, I did. I was eliminated in the first round, but I didn't make it to CIF.
Here's a secret. Everybody gets invited to CIF and track. That's the crazy part.
It's not football. We get demoted to a lower level. Get out of here, okay?
Get out of here. What are you talking about? Of course there's different divisions for track. Are you real right now?
Track, I made it to some of the biggest level there is out there. I don't know how it is anymore. But back in my
guy, you were playing the sisterhood of the traveling pants and the nursery. No, never mind. I'm not going to say that.
I get it. As a lineman, you don't know how to run, but it takes a lot of effort to run here, right?
Buddy, I was an athlete. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm still an athlete.
Yeah,
I'll smoke the dog shit out of you. You want to play a little pickup game or something? I'll get tired after 2 minutes, but you bet your ass those 2 minutes I'm going to rock your world.
2 minutes of hell. Okay.
We're supposed to see a 40-yard dash between.
That's what he told Jamal Hill. Remember, Gilbert?
Oh yeah.
I'll make him.
All right. You know what? I should have messed with Dan. He was trying to challenge a UFC champion in the light heavyweight division.
I wouldn't say challenge. All I said was he was coming up aggressive, and I said, "Hey, I'm not going to go down easy. I'll tell you that." Hey. By the way, I love what. Let me see. I need to read this correctly. Okay, I'm not trying to get in trouble again. Let me see this. Someone had a comment I liked, and of course, it's already gone. Oh, here we go. Uncle Jam's Army. Mo wants Dan to pay his tab. Well, let me tell you something. Here's a little fun fact for you. I will be exactly like the founding fathers. I can't remember, or George Washington. I think after George Washington's first inauguration as president of the United States, he partied at some tavern, because back then the bars were called taverns. I can't remember if it was in Philadelphia or where. He never paid the tab. The tab is still open to this day. So you bet your ass at Moe's, the tab is still open, and it's going to be studied. You should 200 years from now.
American and go pay it.
Why would I pay it? Could you imagine how much that was, including inflation? Are you crazy? Oh, that was the other comment I liked. Where's I think Angel said it. Yeah.
I think you're the Cayo's back, by the way, Dan.
Miami deserves to lose everything for bringing the boom. I couldn't agree more.
This is terrible, buddy. Don't make me watch this.
I want to say something about this, okay? I was doing a little study group. Okay, I will do. By the way, Jeffrey, I appreciate you. Jeffrey says, I'll pay it for you, Dan. Shout out. We're going to have to get some brewskis at some point. I was talking about this the other day in my comparative politics class that I was teaching. You tell me, okay? You tell me how this is not to represent the fall of Western civilization. They have no talent. Their biggest talent is knowing how to edit and do booms and stupid content creating like that. Okay. No bullshit. You started this. Now you're going to get it. And the other part I said, is it not weird to anybody else that a 50-year-old man needs an 11 and 9-year-old to be famous and wealthy? Is that not weird to anybody else?
It's very weird.
Yeah. That's really weird. Look at this guy.
Is that in the background? Was that our good friend from the president of AEW?
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, AEW is making a mistake trying to turn this idiot into Logan Paul. Their version of Logan
They're
Paul.
still promoting the guy.
This guy's a non-athlete. He's gonna.
Oh no!
The entire Costco family was flown to Texas for today's AEW All-In Countdown Party, personally by Tony Khan in his private jet. Looks like AJ and Big Justice will be a part of AEW for a while.
What was the name of the plane, Frown? Do you know the name or no?
The plane?
Yeah.
The plane.
Was it the Lolita Express too, or no?
Oh no!
I wonder
is that the
I wonder
price?
how long it took the I'm not gonna say his name out loud because then my algorithm's gonna hear it on TikTok. I'm gonna see all the videos. The big kid telling Tony Khan, hey, when will I see when will I see Roman Reigns and when will I see Seth Rollins? And
that
he
little
finds
fatty
out.
boom batty doesn't know what the hell's going on, dude.
That's a better way to say it.
Shout out to Tim Dillon on that one.
Yeah, I refuse to say that name out loud.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. This is where society is now. You know, at least the OnlyFans people are attractive. What's these guys deal? Like, they have no talent. These people have no talent. Yeah, they're the wealthiest ones. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
While we break our back, Dan.
Exactly. Well, I'm
Man,
over.
you give out fire content and
We're all checking in 9 to 5, dude. By the way, this one's gonna get us out. Coke, sponsor your boy, Coca-Cola, not the Colombian, export.
What if we're at Radio Row and they're there, walking around?
I'd say this is how bad everything's going right now. You know, never mind. I'm not gonna go that far, but it's just so crazy to see. I can't believe it. Like, I hate this guy so much. I hate this guy. I hate this guy. Exactly. Let's switch it. Let's switch it to someone who's not a dipshit. Let's go to there you go. Thank you. You pulled him up. Anthony Ray, shout out to you. Chat, like, and subscribe. Hit the like button. Comment. Be a compa, tell a compa. Shout out to all you guys in here right now.
Oh, Dan. Somebody should
I hate that guy. I hate that guy. Not
you,
Anthony. You're a good person. The Diddy Watson asshole.
What? Real quick for Monday Night Football, you guys all saw it. As soon as the turnover happened with the block punt and everything, we all saw Micah Parsons kind of pull a Richard Sherman when Richard Sherman.
No, you're talking about Earl Thomas, where he flips off people.
Remember he pulled it Antonio Brown.
Well, no, yeah, that
take
too.
off his clothes.
Remember when Richard Sherman saw the interception being thrown to
dangerous?
He goes like, "Oh my god!" Like that's kind of what we saw from Micah.
It's just
Parsons
a joke, dude. It's a
during
joke.
the fumble, but Micah Parsons said after the game that he does not he hates losing, he hates doing all that. Gilbert, you sent something in the chat last night that still rings into my head today. If he doesn't want to lose, maybe he should think about not re-signing with the Cowboys and going somewhere else.
It's all bullshit. Well, I'll let you go and then I'll tell you.
Well, I'll be quick here because this is your show, Dan, apparently, and no one else is hearing me.
How many boobs does that get? Just put a bullet in me if I ever start that shit.
I got you. Don't worry about that. But you definitely gotta consider not signing with the Dallas Cowboys. You're gonna be walking like you're doing like when your mom hits you, like, man, you walk away like Daygo just stole your chain, and you're like, oh man, like my grandma gave me that chain.
My grandma.
I saw him cry like twice yesterday, like on the sideline after the whole block punt. Like, man, like what happened to us, man? Only us. And then I get the other one for crying because his teammate got hurt. That's acceptable. His teammate, he was a good player. He is still a good player. He didn't go anywhere, but he won't be back for a couple of years. Obershawn. But anyways,
Fernando, sorry.
Yeah, he's still dying there. But Micah Parsons is due for a contract extension. He's going to get a massive contract. Either it's in Dallas or anywhere else. He's going to be the highest paid defensive player in the league. Even if you disagree with that, just the way it is. He's next in the totem pole there. Check on Fernando. I'm already used to it. This guy thinks his brother's freaking funny, but he's not that funny.
Really? The guy in a Kraken hat who doesn't know anything about
what kind of hat are you wearing? Anyways.
You know what? I'll tell you what kind of hat I'm wearing. Are you ready? I'll tell you about the damn hat. This is the Alpha Elite brand. One of my players' dads. He's a former Green Beret. He was in the military. Look, I'm trying to give some good shit and a shout out here. You bring up the Tizzler, get the boy in a weight room, get the boy on a treadmill, get this shit off, Ralph.
Either Fernando is interrupted with his laughter with me or showing videos to Dan here.
We're not going to turn this program into some low-rated B movie up in this mother, dude.
I think Fernando's having too much fun. But finish the promo.
Alpha Elite, okay, former player of mine. His dad was a Green Beret, and he started this company. I think it's like nutrition and a bunch of stuff. They're awesome. Shout out to the Wilsons. They're awesome.
Yeah,
Dude.
we should get partner up. Team up here a little bit.
You never know. You
Uh,
never
but
know.
yes.
They're awesome too.
Dan, what about what Jeffrey said?
He can play. Oh well, I don't think when you're that big, Jeffrey. I hate to tell you, they can't move, and they're just 300 pounds of worthless chewed bubble gum. They can't do shit. They can't move. Can't even wipe his own ass. The poor bat. Oh, Anthony Ray, I like that. That's pretty funny. But by the way, Anthony Ray, I don't know if you're in the country, but you should look up the problem with Lainey Wilson and Ozempic. That was pretty funny. But anyway, I was going to tell you.
It is King Ray. It is.
I was going to tell you. We were going on the. Is it my turn now? My bad. I don't even know where we are. That's what happens. You start pulling
up. Me up. Anyways,
sorry.
Parsons think long and hard about not signing there. I'm not saying don't pass on the money, but this franchise has done nothing here. Yes, my grandma gave me that chain. DJ Pooh had said it best. But yeah, maybe think about going elsewhere. You're gonna be crying that hard.
Yes, Michael J. Hardy said he did say I'm gonna steal her like Terry Bradshaw.
Don't eat around him. Don't leave your food unattended. The little bastard will probably run up and steal that before a chick, dude.
Dude, that kid probably right now, if he went out to like a college town.
But again, this is the problem though, because everybody just wants to be famous. What talent do they have? Who knows? They just want to be famous. You want to be the biggest dipshit online? Don't worry, you'll be famous. How great is that?
You just keep reeling them in.
Fernando. Oh, it pisses me off, dude. It's crazy.
We're talking about Michael Parsons.
Don't even get
well,
me
Michael Parsons
on
is one of them. He has a podcast. He has all that stuff.
Yeah, maybe stop podcasting when you're 5 and 8.
Anyway, so where were we going with? Oh yeah, Micah Parsons. It's all horse shit. You said he said that he hates losing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit, and I'll tell you why. Because it doesn't matter. The formula is going to be the same. Whether he stays with the Cowboys or goes to another team, he's going to want a max deal. People on the team are going to want a max deal. There's no way they're going to be able to balance a very good roster with all these, with the salary cap and everything else. So it's all a joke. It's a never-ending cycle. That's why I used to get so frustrated when, of course I get flack for this one, but Phillip Rivers, he'd always talk about hating losing. But whenever his contract was up, the bastard wanted $84 million at 35 or whatever he was. Like, how is that going to help the team win right there? And it's like, so in my opinion, in the NFL, you can't balance trying to maximize as much money as you can get, which I get. I totally understand. It's a business decision with winning. It's not always going to work out like that. And I think sometimes these guys have a hard understanding of like, well, we can't win, like da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, bro, like, look at, like, for quarterbacks, a fourth, a half, a third, whatever of the salary cap is tied up into one person. Now spread that out to 4 or 5 people. How are you supposed to fill a team of, let's just say 11 starters who are all pros or whatever, when the whole franchise is tied up into 4 players, maybe 2 on each side of the ball? So that's my thing. Like, I think, Brady did it the best, and this is where I think people don't understand yet, where it's like, dude, take a team-friendly salary and just prostitute yourself like Tom Brady did, doing commercials, doing all this other crap. Don't fall for the okie doke with the wife and then the FTX and the Bitcoin and all that. But I mean, there's other ways to make money when you're there to try and make the team competitive. Now, on the flip side of that, you have to understand, you have to go to a franchise that understands what it means to win, and knows how to win. Because obviously, I mean, under previous regimes, I wouldn't have taken a pay cut on this team either. And I'm talking about the Chargers because they have no idea what the hell they were doing.
Jar,
let me tell you something, Jar. Oh, did you see, by the way, when they went up to him, he was seething. I've never seen something like that. He was seething. I was like, my God. Of course, the memes after that game were hilarious about Jerry, but I'm like, my God, someone's going to die in that room, honestly.
Because I spent time fooling around and pissing Dan off, I will succeed my time. Vic, go ahead. Why don't you end this discussion?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, but Gilbert's right. I mean, if you really are this pissed about losing, then don't take the money and go and sign somewhere else. Where, I mean, you saw what happened with a lot of these running backs this offseason. They went to a winning organization and look how well they're doing. And so, take a little bit less money, if that's what you want to do. Like, that's the thing. You either want to make the most money that you can make because NFL careers are short, so you make the most amount of money that you can in a short amount of time, or what is your priority? Is it to make it, or is it to win Super Bowls? And if that's the case, then go ahead and sign somewhere else and take less money, like Dan said. So yeah, I'm with you guys, with both Dan and Gilbert here.
I mean, in a sense, Patrick Mahomes does take less money being on the.
Good point.
So he's understood the assignment. That's essentially what you have to do to try and win and keep a manageable team around you.
Not like Herbert, right, Fernando?
I would never say that.
Shut the hell up. I already had to deal with enough horse shit from, morons telling me Herbert is tier 3 and all this other stuff. I was pissed off this morning very quickly. I instantly regretted entering the classroom that I did. I was like, I'm surrounded by morons. They've all just swallowed the national storylines, and it's just crazy to me. You have, I don't want to say who, but people on this program who write nationally, and they think
you
they
missed
just
a
know
great
everything.
story that somebody wrote at SI. Today's cover story is on Patrick Mahomes. We should check it out.
What does it say?
I'm not going to read that filth.
Just check it out. I know, like, you guys would definitely be annoyed. I appreciated the story.
You appreciate it because just Patrick Mahomes is so great.
Put it this way: it's a story about Mahomes being a regular guy, and also actually maybe you might like it, Dan, because it's about him being a regular guy amid a bunch of crap around him and his family.
Oh, he is a regular guy. You know why? Just like regular people, he deals with dipshit family members who embarrass him in public and everything else. So Fernando, you bet your ass. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're a big Jackson Mahomes guy, aren't you?
There you go.
The box that protects Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, friend of the show, Greg Bishop wrote it.
Oh, great. Friend of the show. God bless.
Before we move on, Dan, I do want to give you something to like. Oh, no, you know what? I actually do want to show you guys something. Did you guys see the interaction between Brett Favre and Mark Gastineau?
I never stopped to watch the video. It looked weird. I was like, I'm good.
No,
is he really caught up on this 20 years later?
So, Dan, Mark used to have the sack title for most in a season until Brett Favre laid down and let Michael Strahan have it.
Oh, he was the record holder.
Yeah, this was their first time interacting.
No handshake.
Since then, I guess.
Well, have you seen where Brett Favre's hands have been lately?
Right. How you doing?
Yeah.
You fell down.
Taken from the poor.
I'm gonna get my sack back. I'm gonna get my sack back, dude.
You probably would hurt me.
Well, I don't care. You hurt me. You hurt me. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You really hurt me. You hurt me, Brett.
We got to get back
What
to
the
this, Brett. I'm
fuck
sorry.
is this, dude?
Anybody will tell you Brett Favre took a dive. And you know it. She knows it. He knows it. And everybody knows it.
Yeah, Dan.
I didn't know what had happened. The NFL should have stopped that and said, listen, no. That's not a sack. He took my record away from me.
Mark Gastineau's record of 22.
Dude, get him back to the hospice. Shut the hell up. What is he on about? That's called football. Sometimes these quarterbacks lay down.
He looks like an old mafia guy.
This is gonna sound really bad coming from me, but when I listened to that, I thought of the character from Men in Black, the one that gets turned into a roach, a cockroach.
Oh, yeah, he does look like him.
He does
He
look
sound
like
that.
I love what Jay says right here. LMAO, is this a skit? And then he says, that couldn't have been real. I couldn't agree more. I was waiting for Tony Khan or someone to pop out of somewhere.
It looks like you could tell Brett was hella thrown off by it. He's like,
what's going on, dude?
It's
Who
been
is
20
this
years,
guy?
bro.
Yeah. He was expecting somebody to be upset about him taking welfare checks from the poor.
Oh
my
yeah, exactly.
God. And allegedly,
He's like, you're better
Naughty
about
photos
that,
does
not
some-
that. Okay.
naughty
Oh my
photos to
God.
some people.
Brett Favre apologized for taking a sack before he apologized for stealing millions of dollars of welfare money.
Yeah, of course. There you go. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Dan, I do owe you one, so I'll give you this one, and then we can move on. I apologize, but I do owe you hey, let me make it up to Dan.
You know what
Let me
gets
make
me
it up.
really excited?
Oh,
Okay.
Really excited. Dominant performances. Dominant.
Oh, he has camera angles now. Everybody be careful.
Well, you just got hired, dude.
That's like Steve Arnold. 78%, 347 yards, 5 touchdowns. Go, baby! Keep shredding, Sam! Oh, Puka
No,
Nakua,
Get
Los
his
Angeles
out of here.
Rams. 12 catches, 162 yards, a touchdown. He carries 5 times, 16 yards and a touchdown. You better get some secondary help. Keep it going. Oh, Andy Reid of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Take it off.
Nice
we got
break.
Take it off. I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done. You had me. Now you lost me. Get that shit out
I
of here.
hope he's
No
not
one's-
reading emails in that laptop there.
I hope.
Did we
Yeah.
talk about getting him on the show, Super Bowl
Yes.
Radio Row? Was
Oh, that's
Gilbert there?
awesome. Yeah, why not?
Yes, Jeff. That's.
Oh
a-
yeah, if
that's a
he's there,
goal.
but
That's
I'm
a
sorry,
goal.
I would not. I would let him do it. That's the one interview I would let Dan do. I'd be like, here,
No.
you take this.
The
We gotta
problem-
ask him about the emails though, at least one
but
time.
that was what I was gonna say. Frown's problem is that he wants me to interview anyone I can piss off to get punched in the face or something. He's like, email should do or interview should do or interview does so and so. I'm like, the first shot doer I pull out, he's gonna look at me like I'm weird as fuck.
Interview Jackson Mahomes while you're at it.
Oh, you wanted to do that and make a TikTok with him. That was in Arizona. I remember that. You were like,
I'm never gonna forget what we saw making a TikTok live in person.
you know, that at that point I said it's never good
Something
to
always
disown
happens
your-
on Fridays.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just walked in and
Yeah.
starts going,
Yeah,
At that point, I was like, it's never good to disown your family, but if I was, Pat, I would think about it.
well, don't you have a
Uh,
little cousin or nephew that you want to do?
Oh,
that
I
to?
hate that guy. I hate that guy.
Dan,
That
would
guy's
you do
the
a sit down
worst.
with Patrick Mahomes.
Would I what?
Do a sit down with Patrick Mahomes.
Of course I did. I already told you what my first question would be too.
No.
I'd say, Pat,
Here we go.
which family member is the biggest problem? Is it your dad? Is it your wife? Is it your brother? Why can't they just keep their hands to themselves? I don't get it.
Oh my
I could
kinda
just see
weird.
All
it.
right.
If
So
you
we're
were to
gonna
rank
do-
them from 1
Yeah.
to 3, how would you rank your terrible family members? And Dad,
I
start.
would love to see that. So I'll put number 1 up there. Number 1 has to be Jackson. 100. Well, he's my problem. Yeah, if I was making a ranking list, he'd be number 1. He'd be right next to Osama bin Laden, most wanted list over there. Terrible.
I did before we move on to. I know we're fooling around a lot today, but it's
Hey, that's what makes this show great. Is when we
So
don't.
I don't know if you guys
go off
know.
script.
One of Dan's players is a
Oh,
huge
here we go.
Steelers fan,
Here we go.
and he was not happy when Dan
Anything
said
to get me, anything to clown on me,
No.
huh?
He was not happy when Dan said that he made a bet with Dan about who would be the winner of the AFC North. So here is a mashup that his player made.
Uh-oh.
I think that is going to be.
Oh,
I already
geez.
said on the show, I gave a huge prediction as soon as they signed him. I said, if he stays on the roster for the whole season, this will be Mike Tomlin's first losing year. I'm willing to bet the mortgage on it 100%.
Hey,
I need to take the music off, but
I love
Oh,
this, man.
whatever.
I love
Whatever. First,
so,
yeah, we bet a case of Coke Zeros on
Hear
it.
the crowds chant, "We want."
Okay, I got that.
There you go. You can take
That
yeah,
has an
there.
alter ego. His name's Mr.
Mr. Unlimited.
Unlimited.
I hate that guy so much. I hate
Comeback player of the year, baby.
I hate that guy.
Did he come back
There you
from
go. You can take that off.
sucking?
You can take that off. You can take that off. You take that off. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. So far, I'm 1 for 1 on bets.
but Dan, you had
Uh,
said you
There
had
goes the
said
mortgage.
if you played the whole season.
This is
Justin
bullshit.
Fields won.
I know, Jorge. I know.
Oh man, good thing you don't have
I
any kids
know.
because they wouldn't be eating right now or have any lights on.
Shut up. I don't actually gamble. Jorge, who's F Dizzy? Is that some slang thing? What the hell is he talking about? Who's F Dizzy?
No.
And- Jeff, that's pretty good. I'll give you that. That's pretty good.
All right. I had to get that on there for him. He's like, "Are you really gonna put it on the show?" I was like, "Yeah."
That was
like,
awesome. I'm
"You did it?"
glad I saw that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he did a really good job with that. So all right,
Oh, yeah.
Bet the mortgage.
let
I
us
forget
do,
about
Buddy, we don't want to go down the Gilberto curse rabbit hole now.
I'm not dumb enough to say bet the mortgage on it. Come on, man. I'm gonna.
What are
have
you
a
talking about? We're in
shelter.
show business, baby. I mean, see, this is the difference between Gilberto and I, just for all the listeners. I don't just pick favorites. I don't just say, oh, Mike Tomlin's really good. They'll be able to figure it out. We take some risks up in this mother.
who else
Russell
picks
Wilson is an
favorites?
elite quarterback. He's a good quarterback. I don't know
Who are you talking about right there?
Russ.
You said Russell Wilson.
What year is this where he's an elite quarterback? What year are we in?
Dan, who else picks favorites?
Oh, JC and Eddie. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
They love picking favorites. They love picking
I
favorites.
picked 40 underdogs in my pick'ems. That's right. Get out of here.
See, that's the other thing. You get under his skin enough, he'll overcompensate, and then he just
I had to
goes,
say something.
All right. We're going to talk a little bit about playoffs.
Playoffs?
We're going to talk about the worst matchup of each NFL playoff team. This week, we will do the AFC. Next week, we will do the NFC. So let us start with the Kansas City Chiefs. Dan, who is the team that they do not want to face?
They do not want to face.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you. Because something about this team I thought that was very perfectly summed up was on Sunday night. Okay. Someone said a very beautiful quote. I am hurt, but I am not slain. I'll lay down and bleed a while, and then I'll rise and fight again. I don't think they want to face the Chargers in the playoffs.
Did you memorize that?
No, I have it right here. Don't worry. I wasn't that good. But I think the Chargers would be a problem just because, and I know everyone's going to say homer pick. So the fuck what? I can pick whoever I want. Don't worry about that.
All right. Now we're on Netflix too, apparently.
Hey. This is YouTube, baby. You see what they get away with on YouTube? Don't worry about what I'm doing. But it's just a little, sorry, I should have said little colorful language incoming. Do you see I have a beard now? Now I'm just letting it fly, dude. I'm not
from that
shaven.
bet. You're like the baby face.
I'm not clean shaven anymore. I'm feeling a little. I was gonna say dangerous.
Speaking of that, Dan, I don't know. Well, I'll let you continue. But did you see this?
All right.
Ooh.
We'll see y'all in the playoffs, Dan.
It's listening to everybody, by the way.
He's worried. He's
Aiden
worried.
O'Connell the other day.
Oh, you mean your playoff team? Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
No, I met the number one pick in the 2025 draft.
What about the Houston Texans, Frau? Have they not suffered enough, Alberto? And now
they're in the playoffs. They're actually in the playoffs.
Buddy, they're hanging by the
they're winning the division. Get out of here.
They're biting. Oh, dude, because their division is ass. What do you want me to say? But
you're not winning the division.
Whoa! Take it easy. I'm fighting for my life out here. I not only have to play against these guys, I got to play against the 12th man too. What are you even talking about?
Okay.
What are you even talking about? Okay. But the only thing I was going to say, going back to it, I think it's hard to beat a team 3 times in the year. And I think personally, and this is where, people aren't going to want to listen and things like that. But the first time, and I know this is a lot of moral victories or whatever, but the first time they faced up, they didn't have obviously Derwin because Daddy needed to save him. They didn't want to. They were a little nervous about that game, so they had to suspend Derwin. Whatever. They didn't have Joe Alt. They didn't have Rashawn Slater, and obviously they have Walmart greeters at receiver, and they still kept it tight. So now on the flip side, this week they didn't have Ladd McConkey. They had a lot of those other guys in, and again they kept it tight. So I think in a playoff atmosphere, the third time maybe they finally get it done. God willing, because nothing would make me happier. Okay, nothing would make me happier.
Gilbert.
But sorry. But I think it's possible. I mean, no one likes seeing a team 3 times, so I'll just go with that.
Gilbert.
Yeah, I won't go with the Chargers here. I'll go with the Steelers. We haven't seen them play each other in the playoffs. Maybe I don't think so in the Mahomes era. They do play each other in Christmas, but I do.
Yeah, didn't they blow them out a couple of years ago? I think it was 2 years ago, and then the Bills blew them out last season.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember, but I always feel like the Chiefs have to face like the Bills or the Ravens. And I'm tired of the storylines. How about you face the Steelers here? with Russell Wilson. They didn't have Russell Wilson. But yeah, good defense here. Like having to deal with TJ Watt and that terrible offensive line, I think maybe the Steelers match up the best here with the Chiefs here. But you're right. Sorry, Dan. I think trying to beat a team 3 times in a year when the first 2 games are pretty close, I'll give you that one.
Look at that. Dan, he gave you credit.
Yeah.
Keep it. It's fake for now. He's going to try and get behind me and stab me in the back later. I don't trust him.
I know they lost on Sunday to the Rams, but I think it's the Bills. I mean, I know they haven't been able to do it the last couple of seasons, but I think they finally have the team to do it this season, especially with the way Josh Allen is playing right now. I mean, he can carry that team. I mean, I don't see the Chiefs doing with that offense what the Rams did to the Bills. For me, I think it's the Bills, and we talked about it, I think, last week. If you're the Bills or even the Chargers, one of those 2 teams, you want to be the one that knocks them out because you've gotten knocked out by the Chiefs and for the last couple of years. So yeah, for me, it's got to be the Bills.
I would agree with Vic first. I'd danger, and then I think you 2 would be a tie, just because I do feel like I do feel like both of those. The reason why I'd go Vic first is because of the players. For you 2, I would go with the coaches. I feel like the coaches could scheme up something against both of those teams that would show them something that they maybe have never seen before.
More physical too.
Yeah, exactly. So I might go with all 3 of you, but I think I'd go with Vic first just because I think the Bills are going to have the first crack at it after the first round. Yeah, because I'll say the Steelers get the second spot.
Yeah, it's a schedule too, though, for them. They might lose a couple games.
The Steelers?
Yeah, they have to face the Eagles without George Pickens.
Oh,
then they play
you're right.
the Ravens, and then they play the Chiefs, and then they play the Bengals. So I'm kind of worried about them for a little bit.
Yeah. They'll still make the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll make sure. Yeah, but I don't know.
Who knows if they win the division?
Yeah. They might end up as the 7th seed, and that'll be one of my takeaways actually. So
Pickens needs to stay healthy, but you don't rush him either. Like to just win the division.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. But they are one of those teams that does need home field for 2 rounds. So or 1, whatever. But yeah, I definitely think that. All right, let us go now to the Ravens. Dan.
Who do the Ravens not want to see?
Yeah.
I would say I'm not gonna pick the Chargers twice, so I'll try and avoid that. I would say probably I'll just keep it in the division again. I think the Steelers. I think they're gonna have a hard time against the Steelers because they're a very disciplined football team. They're gonna keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket, force him into tight throws. So I would say probably the Steelers are probably someone they would not want to see in January.
Vic?
I'm with Dan. That's a great choice. And even Jeffrey said it right. I mean, division, you don't want to see division guys, just like Dan said about the Chiefs not wanting to face the Chargers because, you have to beat them 3 times. It's the same thing here. I think the Ravens, if you're the Ravens, you don't want to see this defense in the playoffs. You can play well against the Bills and the Chiefs, but going up against this defense and knowing that you have to face them a 3rd time in the playoffs, I think that would be huge. So for me, I'm with that. I'm going with the Steelers as well.
Gilbert.
Yeah, Steelers is the right pick, but just to make an argument, I go with KC here, especially that home field. They lost to them in the AFC title game. They weren't very good in the AFC title game last year. Zay Flowers had a terrible mistake there. They were playing catch up. They also lost that week 1 opener. Having to go to Arrowhead Stadium is difficult enough for them. I think that offense is a little overrated when you face a good defense. The key is, though, if they get healthy, I like that defense on any given day. You have to deal with Chris Jones too. But I'll go with KC just because they know they haven't beaten them in the past, and maybe that kind of messes with your psyche. But also the Steelers have beaten the Ravens 7 out of the last 8 or 9 meetings. That's not good either.
Yeah.
Vic, are we flying the friendly skies?
No, I just needed some. I needed some ginger ale because a double header tonight.
Oh, I thought you were flying the friendly skies. I was like, wow, there we go.
No.
You're at most with Dan.
We're boozing. Let's booze.
We're letting our beers grow out and starting to drink.
Real.
I I'd agree with both of you guys, or all three of you guys. I think KC is a bad matchup mentally. I think the Steelers are a bad matchup because of the way Mike Tomlin has had John Harbaugh's number. So yeah, I can't go wrong with any of those. Pittsburgh Steelers, Gilbert.
You know what? I'll go Buffalo here just because they could score points. They have Josh Allen and Russell Wilson can't score points like that. So say maybe the defense has a little off day. I don't think I could trust Russell Wilson and go toe to toe with Josh Allen there. So I'll go with that one. But obviously, I'm trying to think of another one. I like I mentioned, I think they'll be okay with the KC. You got Baltimore. The Steelers and the Chargers kind of identical, but the Steelers are to beat the Chargers. Maybe that's why. But I'll go with Buffalo here.
Did you hear that, Dan?
I try to ignore them half the
They
time.
beat them in week 4 or 3, whatever the heck it was.
That was with a different quarterback.
Yeah,
that was a different. Greg Roman was still high off of the Just for Men on his face. Now he's not huffing paint anymore, baby. He was dialing some stuff up in the second half.
I would want to see that matchup again, though. They're pretty identical teams.
Steelers and
Chargers. Yeah.
Well, the only thing identical, but the Chargers are favored because they don't have a moron at quarterback. My boy can sling it all over the field.
They'll probably be the home team if things shake out the way they are right now.
Vic?
Oh, you think the Ravens win that division?
No, I'm saying the Steelers will probably. I still think the Steelers can hold on.
Oh yeah, it'd be the home team. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Gilbert. I think I looked at it too, and Josh Allen, I mean, he put on a clinic against the same team. And the only difference is the fact that they have Russell Wilson. You're going to have to run the ball. And if the Bills are the ones that are the home team there, I think that's who you don't want to face. I mean, I don't see how they can stop Josh Allen's ability to not only throw the ball, but run it against this team. That's exactly what he did in the playoffs last season. So, I mean, yeah, I just don't see – they just don't match up well. So, if you're the Steelers, you're just trying to avoid the Bills at all costs.
I believe there's one way that the Steelers could beat the Bills, and it would be with Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
If you interchange them and keep on going different throw, like one drive, you let Justin Fields go the whole drive. Russell Wilson,
it's like different offenses.
Yeah, throw different have two different offenses and try and throw that at them, because running the ball is their weakness. The Bills defense can't stop. Like they have trouble stopping the run. And if the quarterback, along with like Najee Harris or somebody else, does that, then I would definitely. I feel like that's something that they could change it up with. But Dan, are you also going to go with the Steelers or with the Bills?
No, I was going to say, actually, I think their biggest matchup that they don't want to face, I think, is the Chiefs, honestly, because, I think number one, offensively, Chris Jones would be a problem, especially because Russell Wilson's a statue. I don't think he moves as well as he does. They have Trent McDuffie. If Trent McDuffie probably takes George Pickens, if he's not fighting him in the end zone or something else, that might be a problem if he takes away his best target and stuff like that. They're obviously a very disciplined team, besides the fact that they get the help from the 12th man. But, credit where credit's due. Whatever deal with the devil that they struck, they know how to win in tight games. And I think just in that matchup alone, I think they could really limit obviously that Steeler offense from scoring, which I don't think they haven't been able to score really all season. It's not like they're putting up insane numbers. And I think on the flip side, Mahomes, as much as I hate him, and I despise the bastard because I do, he has pocket presence at an elite level. He knows how to escape the pocket. He knows how to climb, move, back up. He knows how to throw on the run, and I think that's where, it's going to affect. I'm trying to think of what's the D tackle's name? The one that tried to twist Herbert's leg a few years ago. Yeah, Hayward. He might not be able to chase him down. And, TJ Watt, I mean, he's good and everything, but, he's one little tweak away from going down hurt. And I think he might even and the other thing is, right, with definitely not, Jeff. I'm trying to be a little bit unbiased just for this. I would never be like Chris Collinsworth. I'll tell you that guy.
Dan's about to go throw up after this part.
I know, for real. But all I'm saying is, like, and the advantage they would have also is that, they let Jawan Taylor set up pretty deep on pass plays, and they let him get away with those fast twitches. So, that's already an advantage against their best pass rusher if he's on that side. So, just some of those, again, on the head-to-head, the Kansas City has the better offense, and I think they would be able to move the ball against that very good Steeler defense and everything else and be able to score because obviously they have Andy Reid, one of the best offensive minds in the game.
Whole lot of
what?
Mike Williams would show up against
These
the
nuts.
I thought you were setting them up for something.
No. Mike Williams likes playing the Chiefs, Dan.
Of course, Robert M. Of course, I saw all the horse manure holding calls that weren't called.
Let's go with the Bills. I mean, well, the easy one is Kansas City because it's the God, Jorge. In my opinion, it's just because of we've seen it before. I mean, they haven't been able to beat. What is it? 4 times now? 4 years in a row? 3 years in a row that they haven't been able to.
3 out of 4, I think.
3 out of 4. They haven't been able to beat KC in the playoffs. I'm sure it gets in their head. I think they've beaten them 4 times in the regular season, but have lost to them in the playoffs. So I'm sure it's in their head. And Kansas City. I mean, the only answer here, in my opinion, is Kansas City, just because of that simple fact. But I'm sure Gilbert will give us the other one that we're all thinking as well.
For Buffalo?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I honestly think it still is KC because
you don't think Baltimore?
No.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. I guess,
No, go with Kansas City. Don't take my talking point.
Them earlier this year, but I think for me, I don't care how poorly the Chiefs look. That's a mental thing. Buffalo needs to go through.
Kansas City. It's a mental.
And go do it at Arrowhead Stadium. I don't care. You try doing it at Buffalo. You couldn't win in the playoffs. Yeah, you beat them this year in Buffalo. Go to KC. Get the toughest matchup you can. Get everybody back. Get Tyreek Hill back. Who cares? You need to beat them and beat them pretty well so you can move on here. So I think for me, they got to deal with that. Face your demons. Look in the mirror and say, "Bring it on."
Go ahead, Dan.
I was gonna say, I guess I'm gonna try and be quick. That way I don't steal all of Vic's talking points. Also, because I was also gonna pick the Ravens.
That's very nice of you, Dan.
Because I know I'm not like the scumbag up top, and then he stays on. Have you noticed, by the way, for every matchup he said, "Oh, the Chiefs,"
twice.
Anyway, I've picked a different one every time, so I will pick the Ravens, and I'll tell you why. I think the biggest thing that, what would happen in the game is almost what happened when they played the Chargers, the Ravens. They ran the football effectively. They were physical up front. They kept Justin Herbert on the sideline a lot. He couldn't get into rhythm, and that was a huge problem. I think the way you beat the Buffalo Bills is the same way. They couldn't stop, Matthew Stafford at all last week, and that was kind of insane to see because I thought the Rams were kind of dead in the water just because, number one, I need them to be because of my bet. And number two, it's not like you really see them as, some high-powered, greatest show on turf 2.0 or whatever. But so I would say the Ravens because they're going to be physical, run the football, keep Josh Allen on the sideline, not give him the ball. And then the other thing, the biggest factor in my opinion is McDermott does not know how to control the clock. Like I thought it was really stupid last week. When you get into field goal range with 1:18 left, 3 timeouts, just kick the field goal, kick off. Even if they drive all the way and they score or they run out the clock, you at least did the smart thing because you at least gave yourself a chance. Running QB sneaks from the 1 and having to burn a timeout was probably the stupidest thing he did all day yesterday. So I don't trust Sean McDermott no matter how good Josh Allen and that offense may look. And sorry, Vic, I said 2 talking points. Now I'll let go before
no, you're good.
I say any more.
No, I mean those were all really good ones. As you said, I guess he's gonna need a lot of 9/11 speeches to be able to get these guys ready to go. But no, I mean I'll say this in terms of why I think it's the Ravens and it's shout out to, I know you made a bet with our guy Eric Williams, but he made a great point. Like the Bills play the most light boxes on defense in the league. About 90% of the time, they have 5 to 6 defensive backs. And when you're playing the Ravens, who can do 12 personnel on you, where they can put tight ends all over the field and just run the ball and control the clock, which is what the Rams did to the Ravens, I think that presents a bad matchup. Yeah, I get the mental hurdle. You guys made a great point. Like, yes, like ultimately, they need to get through that mental hurdle. But in terms of a matchup they don't want to see, it's the Ravens and their ability to be able to run the ball and what Dan said, like if you're giving me like that's the other thing. These two coaches between the Ravens and the Bills kind of they kind of cancel each other out because they're both kind of terrible in terms of their game management as well with their timeouts, and then their kickers haven't been really that good this season, so they both struggle. So I think that'll be a bad matchup either way. But yeah, I'm with you guys. I think you guys made some great points for both the Chiefs and the Ravens.
All right, let's go with the Texans.
Do we have to just say every team?
Yeah, I think I think we're all on agreement here. It's
Even the
whoever they play,
Broncos,
right?
I'll say the Broncos.
Could they even beat anybody? Could they beat anybody in the playoffs outside of the Broncos?
No.
I
Even
had
then,
no
I'll say
idea
no.
the Broncos were 8-5. Wow.
No, I think the Texans could
they're
beat
on
the
their
Broncos.
bye. Okay.
I will pick the Broncos.
I'm telling you, I'm not a big believer in what Denver. I for the future, I do think that they've got something cooking, but I still don't believe that they're as good as their record says that they are.
I'd like to say something about that. Speaking of the Broncos, it was kind of weird. I won't say who, but someone laughed at me on draft night when I said this is a good pick for the Broncos at 12. Why not? Or whatever number it was. It was like, oh well,
that.
you're getting a quarterback. Maybe you see something, you're cutting that in between round or in between spot where there's nothing that good. Why not get a quarterback and see what happens? Supposedly he was getting college to see what happens. They're not laughing at me right now, are they, Frau?
No, they're not.
No.
Kind of crazy how that works.
I don't remember you giving Bo Nick
a
some love in that draft night. Good for you.
Can I give you guys a stat that I found out yesterday? Did you know that Bo Nick's stats are very similar to what Russell Wilson had last season before they finally benched him? You know what the difference is?
5 games in a row at one point.
He can run.
Yeah, it's the fact that the defense is good. The guy not getting the love is their defensive coordinator. I mean, the defense is playing above expectation. That's the biggest reason.
Are they really? Like, they got shellacked by the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
They got shellacked by the Browns. Like, yeah, they beat the Browns, but that's because this dipshit threw 2 pick sixes.
They're about to fight each other on the sideline.
God, yeah.
Yeah, like,
well, they were missing their safety, though, in that Browns game.
First off, I can't wait for that 30 for 30 to be done on Deshaun Watson.
Right,
I guess.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah, but and all he throws to is Cortland Sutton. Like, I couldn't believe my eyes that they were just leaving Cortland Sutton open like all night. The Browns were. I couldn't believe that, but.
And the Chargers like shut them out. Like, I mean, every time they face a really good defense, they haven't been able to do much, and so that's part of the thing. I want to see it like next Thursday. I might actually, there's a chance I go to that game next Thursday night. So I'm actually excited about that if I get a chance to go.
Dan, is it what?
I said, there you go.
Oh,
I love Jorge's comment. The Diddy Doc's gonna be better. I hope that goes to trial. I can't wait to see that stuff, dude.
Do we do the last team that we're waiting for, or no?
Who's the last team that we're waiting for? The
Chargers?
No, we don't need to talk about this. This is negative. I don't need any more negativity. Don't you understand where I am for now this week? When the sun goes down on my side of town,
I can say
that lonesome feeling comes through the door.
Dan, did you hear that?
I sit alone.
He picked every single team, basically.
And the Steelers. I got 4 for you.
Think of losing you almost every night.
But if you get the Texans or the Broncos, I'm all in.
I think you're hoping for the Texans.
I don't care what this idiot has to say for now. Do you understand the curse is real? Do you understand that? How many more times do I have to say that?
What are you talking about? Every time I pick the Steelers, they win.
You know how I knew Bo Nix was going to be
Chiefs,
good? You know how I knew Bo Nix was going to be good? Because you didn't like the pick. I said, that's all I need to know. He's going to be good. He's going to figure this out.
That's good. That's good, yeah.
Dan, what do you think?
About what?
I move on?
Yeah, that's fine.
Come on.
Oh, if you want to talk about it, fine. Let's talk about it.
I want to hear your team.
I'll tell you who the worst one is. None of them. I'm just kidding. I think Who would I say, honestly? Part of me wants to say
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning. I don't think Buffalo's defense scares me. I think Pittsburgh, I think what Pittsburgh has, the Chiefs are missing. I don't think the Chiefs have very good DBs. Clearly, if you have Quentin Johnson and some of these guys getting after it on you,
Gotta catch it though.
what? Yeah, you got to catch it. That's the biggest thing too. And but even they were able to run the ball effectively also in the second half. So that was another thing that I thought was interesting. Whereas the Steelers front seven is elite. That pass rush can get after it. And on top of that, every single defender on there, is a certain breed, if that makes sense. Like to play defense for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you got to be made of a different breed. And I think, they also have very physical, hard-hitting DBs. And it's not going to be, a walk in the park. So I know Danger Russ isn't going to put up a lot of points on our defense, but, I think the Steelers would be the team I probably wouldn't want to face right now.
Vic?
Yeah, I'm with Dan. I mean, honestly, that's the one team like because you can run the ball. You'll be able to run the ball against the Bills. You can do the same thing against the Ravens. I think it's between the Ravens and the Steelers, but the from those two teams, that defense is the one that you should be kind of scared about out of all those teams. And then the way you can kind of beat the Steelers is through going after their DBs because the secondary isn't as good. But the problem is that the Chargers don't have those guys that can beat one-on-one those DBs, yeah. So that would be kind of the problem. And so yeah, that's where and Dan brought up a great point in terms of the offense. The offense doesn't scare me much from the Steelers, but I think that's where you just don't have an answer for is that front seven.
Yeah,
I think the other reason the Ravens don't scare me is because I'm 2 or 3 catches away from probably winning that game. So,
and remember, Herbert was only 25% for that Steelers game, Dan.
Oh, exactly. That's the other thing. We can skip Gilberto because I'll tell you right now what he's going to say. He's going to say it's Kansas City because they run the AFC and yada yada yada. And
as you want to hear, it's actually Baltimore. The little brother Harbaugh is 0-3 against John Harbaugh. How about that?
You know what? That's because Jack keeps, threatening him probably with disowning him or whatever if he beats up on little brother. We know Jim's the younger one.
There's something there, I feel like, with that matchup, the Brother Bowl.
There's no way there's not, dude. Like, I kid you not. I thought the most funniest thing, maybe not, but I thought it was hilarious when they asked John after he beat him in the Super Bowl, what did you say to your brother at midfield? I said, I love you. What did he reply? Good game, coach, or something like that. Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, before we move on real quick, Dan, what do you make of no, it's not a video. Netflix announced their announcing team for Christmas Day.
Oh wow.
Wow. There's a bunch of winners. Who are some of these people?
You have Kay Adams. You have,
I like Melanie Collins. She's cool. I like Bird.
Who's the Mexicans at?
Those are that's Gilberto's. Oh, I thought Woj bleached his hair. I guess it's just gray.
Woj?
Or Weish. What's his name? Whatever. I don't know a lot of these.
Is that
people.
The comedian in there?
Yeah, Bird. He's funny. I like him.
You gotta get him in there.
Manti Te'o's on there, Dan.
Yeah.
See, this is the problem with society today. Another one. They put Ian Eagle and Noah Eagle next to each other. Wow. Noah Eagle must have really earned his job, didn't he? That's kind of crazy. Wow.
The year of the Nepo, come on.
We're just going to throw the Nepo right in your face.
Gotta end the year with a bang.
Yeah.
I think Manti Te'o.
And the two brothers, also some nepotism there.
God, no, what are you talking about? There were NFL players. Are you high? The Nepo is some of these other ones.
They made one lighter so we can figure out which one is
Is that even Devin McCourty? He didn't even look like him. That is like Sean Marion, the former guard for the Suns there.
That's hilarious. There's Gilberto's hero, Mina Kimes. What other Gilberto? I don't know who the Nate Beauregard is.
That's your favorite brother of all time.
In there.
Yeah, JJ Watt looks weird.
He looks weird.
Bird?
He's a comedian. He's a comedian.
He
showed up drunk one time to Pat McAfee show Super Bowl Radio.
Yeah, he was doing push-ups. He was the one doing push-ups shirtless. Yeah. I don't
Hey,
know who
so-
Laura Rutlig is.
From ESPN.
Yep.
Jamie Erdahl, no idea. Stacy Dales, no idea. I don't know. Oh, RG3. That's
Drew
another
Brees was
winner.
on like
all
Drew
of a
Brees
sudden.
was doing the NBC stuff, right? And then he pulled out because he wasn't very good.
No,
Yeah.
they fired him.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Because he had all the Notre Dame games, I think, or something like that. And that
Yeah,
was
he's
like his
been back
tryout.
lately. Yeah.
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 I don't. Yeah, there's Gilberto's hero. There's
Well,
Gilberto's hero
that
right
I
there.
like Ian Rappaport's picture. He's like, yeah,
It's
I'm
the
ready
same
to
picture all the time.
Yeah.
Look at Greg
Rappaport's
Olson.
cool.
Why does he look like a 70s like a 70s
Yeah,
dad?
I don't know. I like Greg Olson though.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
not
probably
a
their
fan.
best hire,
Yeah.
if I'm being completely
Those guys are
honest.
not twins, by the way. Dan McCourty and Jason McCourty do not look alike there.
Oh, I was
they-
going to say no. They are twins. I thought.
No, they
but
are,
yeah,
but
I
that
see what you're
picture,
saying.
they don't look
That's why I
alike.
said
What
the
is Gene
picture.
Steratore going to offer to this panel? I have no idea.
He's the referee.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
gonna,
but
He'll tell you if it's a holding call when it's actually not a
that
holding
guy
call.
gets it
Yeah.
wrong. Also,
he's gonna
what the
bring
hell
his
does it
index
matter?
card.
I'm just
Yeah,
glad Mike Titeo's finding something to do because I felt bad for that guy.
You were gonna make,
RG3, I'm tired of. I hate
I
seeing
thought you were gonna make a girlfriend joke there, but you didn't.
Matt Tite. No, dude, he's been through now. Never mind, I couldn't do the bit. I did it wrong. When Ty Schmidt goes,
Oh,
I love Matt Tite when he's acting like Lou Holtz. He's like, I love that Matt Tite. Now he wasn't Catholic, which I wasn't thrilled about.
All right, let us go now to
Gilberto, you need to pick better heroes.
Yeah, I
don't
wanted
know what
to
tell you.
answer just quick answer here for Jorge's question here. Where would you all rank the Chargers of all the AFC playoff teams?
Like if it
Well, we
was a
know
straight
that's-
ranking,
6. No wait, 5th.
six.
Fifth.
Who's in front of him?
Pittsburgh, Baltimore, KC, Buffalo. Yeah, 5th.
I don't know about that guy. Do you see Buffalo's defense? I have a better defense than that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, good point.
This is what makes me laugh, though. These national media guys, dude.
We got him going. See, Jorge,
You're doing this.
in there.
See, Jorge said it's fair.
Yeah, see,
You're ahead.
Yeah, that's
You're ahead of Houston and Denver. Come on.
I don't
Yeah.
think. Okay. Wow, great. I don't think. I think they're a little bit better than the Ravens. The only problem was again, you got to catch the damn football. That's the problem right there.
Dan. If
That's
you got to
gonna
rank the top five quarterbacks in the NFL right now, who's number one?
I did this today. They were pissing their pants because I said Herbert's tier 1. I said
Number
Mahomes is
two?
good, huh?
Number two.
Yeah, you can put Mahomes and everybody else. Everybody else, we the ones. Everybody else is number 2, baby. No, don't put your finger up. You're not about it. You don't know it. You don't know about that.
He chose the Raiders instead of your Chargers, Dan.
Oh, don't even remind me. This guy, I need to start writing these things down, honestly, because it's a work of
I'm
art.
starting to get worried about all my sleepers because I don't think Arizona's going to make it either. So
The Bears are
I
gone.
can't wait. The 30 for 30 we're going to make of the Compass on the Beat network of the Gilberto curse is going to be a thing.
I don't want to
of
look
beauty.
back at my playoff bracket. It's not looking good.
He probably
Yeah.
thought the year Alex Smith snapped his leg, he was probably like MVP year for Alex Smith. Just wait.
No.
Vic, I know you wanted to do your
Let me do this real quick, and I won't take much of our time here. So my biggest takeaway from week 14 is that 2 or 3 teams in the playoffs right now will not make it at the season's end. And the reason I brought this up was because I was kind of doing some research in terms of like, hey, let me look back at where some teams were last season and at this point. So at this point last season, you had the Ravens, the Dolphins, the Jaguars, the Chiefs, Browns, Steelers, Colts, and then you had the 49ers, Cowboys, Lions, Eagles, Vikings, and Packers. Now, the Vikings and the Colts didn't make the playoffs, or neither did the Jaguars. So I kind of started looking at what we have right now. We have the Steelers, Bills, Texans, Chiefs, Ravens, Chargers, and Broncos. I almost went with the Texans not making it because we've seen 2 teams that had been in first place this time the last 2 seasons. They shit the bed and didn't make the playoffs. 2 years ago, it was the Titans. Last season, it was the Jaguars. And then, and so I was like, but all the Texans need is to win 1 game and for the Colts to lose 1 more and they're in. So that takes them out of the picture. I think it comes down to the Rams probably making it into the playoffs. And then I was kind of looking at another team. Maybe the Commanders don't make it. And then just keep an eye on the Packers here because the rest of their season games are pretty tough, and there could be a chance they don't make the playoffs.
Say it.
Yeah. So that might be a team to kind of keep an eye on that probably
Cheese
doesn't
eating
make
bastard. Didn't they lose over the? Oh yeah, they lost to the Lions.
Yeah,
right?
They go at Seahawks, then the Saints come
Hawks.
marching in,
Oh, the
and they
Saints are
go
not
to
good.
the Vikings, and then they end with the Bars.
Oh wow, that's another.
Yeah,
There's
and
a
the
lot of
Viking
Gilberto's
schedule
teams
is
that are
the
falling.
Viking schedule is pretty tough too. So that's another team to kind of keep in.
I don't know.
They're,
The
they're
Vikings would
11
have to.
too though, Vic. I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah,
miss
they're
the
11-2, so I don't think they'll free fall enough to.
Even I
Ooh.
gotta say that one. Freaking Vikings.
Look at that.
So,
Oh yeah.
but it looked, like I said, 3 teams didn't make the playoffs that were in the playoffs this time last season. So I would say 2 of them just
Next year, what I'm gonna,
The Vikings are only allowed to lose one more game.
exactly.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
You know
14-3.
what? Next year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a Gilberto's team board, and as they start shifting, we're going to throw those names off the board, baby. We're going to keep track of this.
I still got Washington. They got to hold on, but it might be one of these out teams that Victor's
Oh God! Exactly, Jeff. Cheese eating bastard. He's about a free fall, baby.
Let's see. The Commanders have at Saints. Ooh, Eagles come there, and then the Falcons come there, and then they go to the Cowboys to end the season.
That's 3-1.
By the way,
why not?
By the way, are we going to talk about supposedly if Bill Belichick gets that UNC job?
He's breaking up with his girlfriend.
How are they going to get him out of the
one.
sorority houses, dude? Like he's going to be in there. He's going to be. Everybody got to watch out for my boy. He's got so much energy. It's crazy.
All right, let's go to the Compas NFL Power Rankings. Gilbert, start us off.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, so I got the Lions number 1. They keep beating teams. They beat the Packers there. And then number 2, I promoted the Chiefs because they're probably going to get home field advantage, and that's probably the best path you want to have to get to the Super Bowl. So another year of probably beating the AFC title again, getting a bye week there. So hey, you guys had your chance to knock out the Kings, and you couldn't do it. Number 3, Minnesota moved up from number 5 because they just keep freaking winning. Who did they? Oh yeah, Sam Darnold was freaking lights out. I got to the point where
5
I said
touchdowns.
Yeah, I said resign the guy. Why not? I never thought I was gonna say that, but resign him. Obviously you can't go crazy, but year to year deal. I'm okay. Number 4, the Eagles thing. They've been winning. I'm a little worried about AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts, just a little. I think they're gonna be fine, but I think I was reminded over the weekend. Yeah, you're still not on Detroit's level. I started falling for a little bit, but good defense, good running game. That rift there, that passing game might catch up eventually. And then number 5, Buffalo. Maybe you are still the fraud that I thought you were a couple weeks ago.
Dan, would you take AJ Brown?
100%. Send him to me. Justin Herbert will throw for 2,000 yards to him.
I'll keep him happy.
But that's what's funny. I remember you tried to assassinate me. You were like Lee Harvey Oswald when I said they overpaid for Jalen Hurts, but.
All right, I'll go next.
Remember all my attacks, man.
No, don't worry. I'm just gonna. No, fuck it. I just make up things after time.
I'm like, that sounds like me. I don't even know.
I'll go Chiefs 1, Lions 2, Vikings 3, Eagles 4, and Bills 5. Vic.
Pretty much what I think like Gilbert's. I think it's the same. Actually, no, I have the Eagles up for further up. So 1, Lions, as you guys talked about, the Lions. We know they've been pretty dominant. Chiefs, I'm with Gilbert. I'm also with Fernando at this point. I'm just putting up there just out of respect because as soon as we give up on them, they go on that run, and I'm just like, they're gonna be I told you so. I am worried about the Eagles. I'm starting to get worried about the Eagles now. And it wasn't because of what we saw against the Panthers, but we've seen it for a while now, and it has to do with what Dan brought up. Jalen Hurts. When you need him to win games, I think that's when it's gonna be something that they're not gonna want to do because they're gonna want to run the ball with Saquon Barkley, and you can't always do that. And him not being able to get the ball to AJ Brown is gonna be a problem. And then the Vikings, all they do is win. I mean, that game they just rolled the Falcons. I'm surprised they haven't. Sat Kirk Cousins there and gone with the backup. And then number 5 is Bill. So
Hey, shout
Vic,
out.
sorry, we're gonna have to interrupt you real quick.
Yes.
Give each other a compliment.
That's easy. I love That's easy. Gilberto, I know, I give him so much shit and everything. He's one of my best friends. That's why I give him so much shit. I love when we're hanging out and bullshitting. To use a saying, Gilberto lets his hair down and we have a good time. We have a spot for us in Vegas, our favorite spot, an undisclosed location that serves very good food and what's it called? The servers are very nice. No, I love Gilberto. I think he's good at his job. Clearly, he does a lot of research. I'm a little more fire off from the hip, but yeah, 100%. That's my guy.
You say close friend, I'll raise you to say you're my brother. You're my compa. I guess it's a little better, because I guess I'm just a friend. I guess maybe
I said one of my best friends. What are you talking about?
But you're a brother to me, and I even know your birthday, December 20th. Like, come on.
Way to just throw me out there like that.
Oh, sorry.
Undisclosed date.
Remember, his birthday is coming up, which
that's how the guy got caught. The dude that shot the C is the 23andMe and got caught
because
like
he was. I couldn't even do the RFK. I was trying.
Well,
to
don't go out in public on your birthday because we all know now.
No. Then it's like
wish my guy an early happy birthday or the whole month. How about that?
No, it's okay. We don't need all that. It's okay. It's okay.
Dan's birth
I don't
month.
celebrate it.
All right, Vic. Sorry about that. Go.
I love.
Thank you, Jorge.
I love what he says. His next comment after. Oh, hold on. Undisclosed location. Hooters.
That's what John's
Locos.
Ojos Locos. What is that?
That's this new place that they opened down here. It's like a Mexican Hooters.
Yeah.
Isn't that Karina's?
No. That's something.
You get a little extra there. I've heard. I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Allegedly, they tell me. I don't go. I don't know.
Karina's.
Go ahead, Vic. Oh, Dan. Let's go with you.
What was mine? Oh, yeah, the Bills because they failed me in my bet. I need the Rams to keep losing. The Chiefs because I hate them and the stupid 12th man. The Titans because they screwed me on my picks. Chris Collinsworth, I don't think I really need to explain this, but, not to be vulgar, but he, he's a big cheerleader and pom-pom guy for Mahomes. And Bill Vinovich, I know most people won't know his name, but he was the bastard white hat with all those no calls on the final drive. So those are my bottom 5 for the week.
All right,
damn bastards.
The power rankings are Lions 1, Chiefs 2, Eagles 3, Vikings 4, Bills 5. Dan, I love that we came up with a bottom 5 for you. That's honestly
I love that. That's every time I look forward to it.
You should put, the Rizzler, the Tizzler, and the
Tizzler.
Whatever the adult guy's name is, the weirdo.
The Dolphins, Tony Khan.
Exactly.
Keep them on the whole year.
AEW, like, what are we doing?
All right, now we're gonna go with our Pick'ems challenge. We're gonna pick.
Actually, we're doing 6 this week.
6 games. We're picking 6 games today.
You see how Vic's trying to climb and take my leader spot over here? 6 games.
What the hell? 3-2.
Huh?
3-2 again? I feel like
because the Titans screwed me. The stupid Titans.
Vic went 4-1, and the rest of us went 3-2.
I had to pick that stupid Bears. That's the one that.
All right, let us go with the. The records are Dan is still the lead dog at 41 and 26. I'm 39 and 28. Vic is 37 and 30, and Gilberto is 36.
Keep Gilberto in the locker.
I gotta start keeping track of this. I feel like I'm getting screwed here. Really, 3-2 again?
Yeah,
you hear that,
I put them every week.
I never looked.
Yeah,
you're
right
one
there.
game. You're one game behind Vic, dude. Why don't you?
Yeah,
Dan, you better be careful.
That's why.
When you win, he might not concede, so you better be careful.
He better.
All right, Jeff. Game 1, Rams at 49ers. I will go with the 49ers. Gilberto.
Ooh. Okay. Give me the Rams and check out House of Horns for a full breakdown.
Dan.
Give me the Niners. They're playing for their lives right now.
Vic.
Give me the Rams.
All right. Let us go with the Colts at the Broncos. Give me the Broncos, Gilbert.
I actually take my dog. I actually got 2 dogs in a row. Damn, 2 dogs. Give me Indianapolis Colts here to upset my boy Bo Nix.
Oh, Dan would be excited about that. Dan.
This one's a tough one. I don't trust anybody. Denver. Who's what's the Colts record?
6 and 7.
They're like 6 and 7.
Broncos
you know what?
are 8 and 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with the Broncos at home. They're fighting for their lives.
Give me the Colts. I need to catch up to Dan here.
I'm trying to catch up to you.
All right. Cowboys at Panthers. Give me the Panthers. Gilbert.
Oh, I'm annoyed because everybody's gonna take the Panthers here, but yeah, give me the Carolina Panthers too. Dave Canales.
Dan. No, Dan.
Favorites for the first time in 2 years, by the way.
The what?
They're favorites.
They're the favorites in the first time in 2 years. Carolina.
Don't
You
do
really?
it, Dan.
All right, I guess I'll go with the Panthers. I'll listen to my better half.
Vic.
Give me the Cowboys. I'll go lone wolf here.
Dolphins at Texans. Give me the Texans. Gilbert.
Yeah, I can't give up on my team, my Houston Texans. We're in the playoffs, by the way. Give me Houston.
Dan.
I'll go with Houston also.
Ooh, I'll go lone wolf again. Give me the Dolphins.
Steelers at Eagles.
Ooh.
Give me the Eagles. Gilbert.
I've been riding with the Steelers, but no George Pickens. I can't do it. Give me the Eagles here.
Dan.
Yeah, I guess give me the Eagles.
Yeah, I'll go with the Eagles. I'm not picking the Steelers. That's one team you won't see me pick. I'm sorry.
Bills at Lions. Give me the Bills as my underdog.
Oh.
Gilbert.
Give me a Detroit Lions.
Dan.
That's terrible. Unlike Gilberto, I have been with this team from the start of the year. Give me the Lions.
Vic.
You know what? I'm gonna take the underdog here. Give me the Bills.
There you go. There are picks. All right. Now it is time for.
Who was I going to bury?
You'll probably. All right, go.
I was going to bury somebody. I don't remember.
I'll be quick here, but I'm just tired of people whenever they want to go heel. You know, I'm the heel expert here, and you know, Dan is also a heel to a point, not as good as me as a heel. But you're like a well-liked heel, Dan. I appreciate that about
the anti-hero. I'm like the tribal chief, baby.
There you go. I appreciate that. That's good work by you. But anytime an NFL player wants to go like, oh, okay, I'll be your villain. Like, you have to force me. I'll embrace it. Nobody's forcing you to be a villain, by the way. 2 weeks ago, it was the linebacker Azeez Al-Shir from the Texans when he got suspended for hitting Trevor Lawrence, knocking him out. He appealed the suspension. They didn't give him the suspension, or I guess they didn't win the appeal. So he's suspended 3 games now. And he decided to post a picture of the Joker, and not even the Dark Knight Joker. It was freaking Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Like, really going to pick the worst of the 2 Jokers here.
Oh, let me look up this post now.
Yeah. So, and then today, AJ Brown, because of the whole thing about Brandon Graham saying that he's not friends with Jalen Hurts, he's being the villain because he's a Debo wide receiver. He wants to make too much problems there in Philadelphia. Look up his IG handle. His new picture on Instagram, the Dark Knight Joker. What's the guy? The name of the guy who died? Oh, Heath Ledger.
My God.
Ledger. Oh, at least he got that one right. But I'm just saying, can you pick anybody else? Like, you know, how about Darth Vader? I'll be.
These guys are so lame, dude. Like,
yeah. Or how about Sensei Kreese from Cobra Kai? He's a good.
Are
villain.
you shitting me? A Sensei, whoever,
whatever.
No one cares about Cobra Kai.
How about the Penguin?
I do.
Farrell? Like, yeah, there you go. So any other, even put Roman Reigns on your freaking profile picture. I don't care. Just pick.
What about Tony Soprano?
Wait, Tony Soprano. Keep going on and out. Can we stop with the Joker as your villain? Let's be creative, people. That's it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just don't understand. Like, is this all the villains that you guys know about? Like,
they're all followers. I don't know.
Yeah, like there's so many good ones out there. I mean,
okay,
you know,
let's pick villains then. Let's pick villains. Who are we?
We
picking?
should do that.
No, not right now. Next week.
Okay,
the best villains, honestly.
All right, we'll do that for a segment next week. And how about that?
Struggling with Carolina. They suck. They went 2-15 last year.
We should have fucking killed them.
It's okay. And then it was like, ooh, we won. Woo!
Jalen Hurts is not the answer.
Was that who we're putting on right now?
I said that and I was murdered.
You're never happy in Philly, huh?
Big time win. Hurts balling out. Psych. He didn't do anything.
I think we should get a new quarterback. Maybe draft like Jackson Dart or like Jalen Milrow.
Why is Brown not getting
Jalen Milrow? What is this guy watching?
Maybe AJ Brown's actually the hero. He's Batman.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
I thought you guys would enjoy that.
Dude, I love how, like, you know, again, not, you know, quarterbacks are overpaid. I don't know how to get people to understand this. They're overpaid, overvalued.
The
Hey,
most underrated thing about that video was the microphone on the mascot head.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that supposedly Larry Fitzgerald just said. Well, no, never mind. I don't want to get in trouble if
What'd he
this
say?
is wrong.
Oh,
That
allegedly.
Randy Moss is battling the C word.
Allegedly.
Oh.
Concussions? That's crazy.
No, the other
I'm
C
just
word.
kidding.
L and then a C.
By the way, did you what?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, tell me off camera. I don't know. I don't know what you just spelled.
Liver.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but it's cancer. Yeah, I get it.
Regardless,
Allegedly.
hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, hopefully he's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
By the
he's
way,
very
you
Fair play growing
see,
up.
you see To come after McNabb after all these years. Did you see that? No one saw that
Yeah.
except me.
I
thought
did.
That was hilarious. He
He's
was
gonna
like,
post
maybe
a
if you
picture of
would
the
have,
Joker too, or what?
maybe if you would have taken your advice, because McNabb was like, I don't understand why they're going through the media. You know, men are supposed to talk it out, blah blah blah. Then squash the beef, yada yada yada. So To quote tweets it and he says, "You should have taken your own advice, and
Wow.
then we would have won Super Bowl 39 or something like that."
Wow.
I was
If,
like,
if there was Twitter back in
"Damn."
the day, Tio will have a picture of the Jack Nicholson Joker on his bio.
Yes.
God.
Yep.
1,000.
Or even going back to the '60s Joker.
that guy
Vic,
was funny.
go ahead with yours.
I just wanted to share
whatever.
this because Michael Hart Jr. is right. Someone recently, Saquon has. I told this to Gilbert. So Saquon has gone to the 1 yard line 11 times. You know how many touchdowns he has? One. The other 10 have gone to Jalen Hurts on that stupid push tush.
He
Oh,
just
does he have
Nick-
10? He has 10 rushing touchdowns?
Yes.
Holy crap.
He only has
Dan,
16.
what is that, Dan?
I don't know how to tell you. You don't pay a quarterback $50 million to run the football, dude.
For 1 yard?
Yeah.
1 yard.
2 of them.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. Too many running backs out there.
Vic, go ahead with yours.
All right. So mine, I'm a big.
Oh, this was terrible.
To me, I didn't understand this. I understand he just got engaged to Haley Steinfeld. Shout out Josh Allen. Hey man, that's a great get by you there. And I know that there was a bunch
How
of
do you know?
controversy.
She could be a psycho. What if she shits on his bed too?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. She's fire. I get it.
Yeah, and I understand what happened with
Has a
the
great personality,
ex-girlfriend and
yeah.
everything. I know the whole controversy as well. But can we stop with the Josh Allen won the MVP because he became the first player to score 3 rushing touchdowns and throw for another 3. And I get it. Like, that was a great performance. He's the only reason why the Bills, stayed in that game, because or else the Rams would have blown them out. But how do you lose a game and you're the MVP leader? You become the MVP leader. Like, Saquon Barkley won, even though you saw all those Eagles fans all disappointed and stuff. Like, I get it, but they still won. He carried them to a win. So shouldn't Saquon still be atop the leaderboard?
And he beat the Rams too, by the way.
Yeah, and they dominated. He's the reason why they beat the Rams. So I just don't get this whole push by the NFL media to, I get it. Josh Allen hasn't won an MVP, but if you're Josh Allen, do you even care about winning the MVP? You should care about beating the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. I hate this from the media when they do this because they want the quarterback to be the one that wins the MVP. Let's give it to someone else. This is the year to do it. Nobody's running away with it. There's not a team unless you're going to give it to Jared Goff, whose team is 15-1 at the end of the season or something, then I just don't understand giving it to a quarterback. Give it to Saquon. But this whole push for Josh Allen after the MVP, after the loss, you missed me with that.
By the way, I think Robert M is watching the live back because he's talking about the Ravens are the best team we played this far. He's talking about the segment that we did.
He's bashed me 5 times in the comments.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go with mine. Bleacher Report came out with the 25 most influential athletes of the last quarter century.
After Mahomes,
number 1, number 25, Sidney Crosby.
Okay, hockey's a great sport. I love the physicality. No one cares. What else are we looking at?
Anybody on the Kraken on there?
Tony
Definitely
Hawk.
not. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Wait, for
what
Yeah.
year? San
From the
Diego's
90s?
own.
Skateboarding, sure.
What
Okay.
years again, Fernando?
Well, look at where it
The
says
last
active.
25 years.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal. Oh,
I can't believe he's not higher. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's already horse shit right there.
Allen Iverson higher.
I guess.
Yes.
I guess.
It gets better than that.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah,
Higher.
this should be
It's
higher.
Higher.
Track. No one cares.
That's fine.
I don't know who this
Yeah,
guy
he should
is.
be down at the bottom too. Like,
I
yeah,
have no idea who that guy
Peyton
is.
Manning at 19.
How is he not higher? Are you
Yeah.
kidding
Okay.
me?
Top 15 at least.
Wait, what's the name of this list? Most influential? Oh,
Yeah.
That's
shit,
too
no.
low. What the
He's
hell are
way
we
too
doing?
high. He's way too high. Get out of here. No one.
Barry Bonds.
Cheater.
Baby. Yeah.
Dan, did you hear
Steroids.
that? It's
Oh, he's
alleged. Look at
He's
this.
a
Alleged.
crybaby. A
Alleged.
crybaby.
Is LeBron or Tom Brady gonna be 1
That's
and 2?
the only
He
game.
should be up higher. 'cause
Oh,
won all
he
those
way
gold
should
medals.
be up higher. Yeah, he
Yeah, both
dominated
yeah.
that
supposed to be like
sport.
top 12.
Top 5. This guy dominated.
It is swimming though, so it's not
Oh,
clear.
come
Oh,
on.
Get that off the list. Get that off the list. That's a
they had to
joke.
add one.
How-
That's why.
Come
Oh. How to add one what guy?
But I can
don't know
find
what you're
more.
talking
I can
about.
find way more.
Okay,
Well-deserving
Roger
athletes.
Federer won a bunch of titles.
Yeah,
There
that's
better
fine.
not
Yeah,
be
they
like
should put-
3 other tennis players here.
Tennis,
Like
who
literally Trish
cares?
Stratus, Becky Lynch. Like,
Bro, they're never gonna give WWE the respect. They
Ronda
see it as a
Rousey?
circus.
No. Okay.
Wow,
Nah,
he
come
should be higher. Are you kidding me?
Oh damn.
He should be way higher.
It's gonna be LeBron, Tom Brady, and
No,
Messi and Ronaldo.
He hasn't done it enough, and I'm gonna
What
show
are
him.
we
guys.
doing
bro,
here?
I don't get how it's like the past 25 years. Caitlin
Yeah.
Clark's only been around for 1 year of those
Yeah.
25,
Half a
and
year.
she's higher than these people.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. This guy, he should be
Yeah.
way higher.
Yeah, I
He
guess.
should be way
Yeah, he's been
higher.
influential. Yeah, I
He
can see
should
that.
be way higher. Him and Bill. Oh,
okay.
God. Get him off the list. That's manure. I'm not even going to touch that one.
Top
Get him off
10.
the list.
Are
You're
we
trying to
talking
hand me a
about on the
grenade.
field or off the field?
You're trying to hand me a grenade.
Oh,
Oh,
number
my
9.
God. Sacrilege.
Number 9.
Sacrilege.
Are we gonna have
thought he was
2
top
soccer
5.
players in the top 10?
That's blasphemy.
Oh, my
God.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. She is not higher than Cristiano
Well, at least she's higher than
Ronaldo.
Caitlin Clark. She's did
Who
something.
cares? 2 sports that are no.
Dude,
Okay,
she's higher than Michael Phelps. Like, she does
Yeah.
not.
Michael
deserve
Phelps
this.
was better in
has.
his
That's
event.
true. That is true.
Isn't
Michael
this-
Phelps has more gold medals.
Yeah.
Is
That
she
is
not
true.
the one
Fine.
who
You're saying
sat
Bolt
out?
and then Michael Phelps before her.
Is she not the one who sat out because she had a terrible summer or
Mhm.
something like that? What was
Yeah,
her
But
thing?
she's still competing in the Olympics.
Yeah, influential.
Yeah.
It's a joke. She's not the best Olympian. Oh,
There you go.
God.
Okay.
I'm cool with
Yeah.
that.
Okay. I'm
This is
good
what
with
I have
Serena.
to. Yeah.
Tennis. They're not. She's not ahead of Cristiano. She's not
the
ahead of
best
Bill.
Women's
She's
tennis
not
player
ahead
ever.
of.
Oh,
Yeah.
get
She's the
out of
best.
here.
What? She's the
Oh.
number 6.
You're not even top 5. Not even top 5. Okay.
Okay.
Dude, he's always
I'm
been
nervous.
disrespected, even when he was
I
in the
better not
league.
see Michael Jordan on here. 'cause
Oh my God.
That's garbage. That is
yeah.
garbage. Messi's
I'm not surprised
trash.
though.
Okay,
People
now I
like
want to
Messi's
see this
trash.
top 4.
Messi is trash.
it. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna-
influential. He inspired me to have a wife and cheat on her with strippers. How about that?
Allegedly.
What are you talking about? That was confirmed.
Oh,
Okay.
not number 1. I'm
Okay,
happy about
okay.
that.
Oh,
It's
look,
fine.
if LeBron's number 1, I'm gonna vomit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's where this is going, isn't it?
What?
Oh.
no.
They got a bunch of bums making.
No.
Gilberto, this is your people, by the way. Is this not SI?
No, this is not my.
No,
Who's
this
this?
is Bleacher Report.
Oh my God.
Wow, we could have
I'm
a whole
trying
show
not to
on
use
this.
profanity.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
a joke. Yeah, he influenced the Lakers franchise into destroying such a historic
the-
franchise.
Okay.
Curry and LeBron ruined basketball. I don't even care for basketball. after
Okay,
that.
can I
I
give you a
agree.
hot take?
I
think
agree with that.
Steph Curry should be higher than LeBron James just because of how he's changed the game for the whether you say it's for the better or for the worse.
Worse.
Like at least he changed
Yeah.
the way people
I
with
don't
the
watch.
3-point line. LeBron
No,
James
but-
is just a big dude. Like
But
and
Vic
he's
is right.
trash.
The other day, I saw a box score from a basketball game, and they said that a team shot 56 3-pointers.
yeah, that's what everybody's doing is shooting threes now.
Hey,
Like that's why nobody watches. Dan, do you watch the
supposedly
NBA?
the ratings are down. I'm like, finally.
Yeah,
I don't know.
20%.
garbage.
I don't
I'm not
watch.
watching
I don't
that.
watch the NBA. It's all 3-pointers. Like
If
it-
the
it's-
NFL is not careful, they're going to be next. Doing this sideshow horse shit with the Simpsons and all that, that doesn't get you fans. doing this Taylor Swift crap, that doesn't get you fans.
That's better than baseball and basketball.
Oh well,
And soccer.
When we talk about influence,
no! Don't you dare disrespect soccer. I was watching my boys today. They took care of business.
I gotta
when we
wake up
needed
at 5 in
to.
the morning and watch soccer, though.
That's because you're an
no,
idiot.
but
But you
I'll
can
tell
start
you one
drinking
thing.
early too.
I'll tell you one thing: if you want influential, if you're real about that, when you shoot into the trash can, what do you yell?
Kobe.
That's influential.
And then when you
see
miss,
people,
you yell LeBron.
well, yeah.
Why is
But
it?
whenever you see people,
everybody wears the shoes now. It's
Whose
not.
shoes?
It's not Jordan that they're wearing out on the court. It's Kobe's.
Yeah.
Like everybody.
Oh yeah.
Like they want to wear because he made the low tops like really. Yeah, those. Like they like remember before Kobe, it used to be the high tops.
Whatever,
Now everybody wears the low tops because of Kobe too. So
I
there's
love
another thing
these
too.
shoes.
I
love these
know
shoes.
I know that list is horse manure. Besides of where they put people, how is Jordan not on that list? Period. He
Well, because
probably
he
has
didn't
one of
play, he wasn't the best until
With
like
the
he
Wizards.
retired in '98 and then came back with the Wizards. So that's
Oh
why I
wait,
was
you're
like,
right.
I
Last
better
25
not
years.
see Jordan. Yeah,
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right. My
Yeah.
bad. My bad.
But
You know
another-
what, Frau? The biggest thing you're pissed about? Why didn't we see John Cena? You can't see me.
John
Oh, we
Cena
gotta-
wasn't the tribal chief should be on there.
No, but he hasn't
Uh,
been like.
The Rock.
No, he's been like 10. No one cares about that guy. No one.
No, but if we're
cares
being honest,
about
like-
that guy.
When does
The final
anybody do
boss?
like
Come on.
everybody
He's
around the
ass.
world? Everybody around the world does the Cristiano Ronaldo celebration.
Celebrate.
Exactly.
Everybody
No,
does the
no.
whole Kobe.
Exactly.
So
They
that
do the
list- But Vic is right. Vic is right. Steph Curry has had an impact for better or worse. in
Worse.
the
Worse.
way he
Worse.
runs the sport. So real quick before we head out, I know we got to go.
What else we got?
This is a fun. Devontae Adams was on Kay Adams' show, and he spoke about
still
what
relevant?
it's like to go from the
Oh, don't worry. He'll be changing
from the
teams again.
Raiders to the Jets and not win. And listen to what he how
Oh,
he
I
summed
can't
it
wait.
up.
Please tell me.
Well, not this year. That's for sure. I mean, every year is a new year. It takes it just takes a new year, a new chance to kind of turn things around. So I'm not saying that this organization is just cursed forever, but it's I'm sure if you're tracking the Jets, you've been looking and seeing, the Jets got, they got to have this one, and then just finding a way to lose. So it's really frustrating, but I definitely came in. It was the right thing to do. It made sense. Nobody can look at this move and say that it made more sense for me to stay in Vegas in the situation I was in there. If they do, then they just hating and just talking like how they do. But at the end of the day, if you look at the numbers, I mean, it's just like you going to war and somebody saying you got a knife and everybody else got rifles, and then somebody
Oh my God.
hands you a rifle.
What?
Say, all right, great.
She's
so you
like,
start
yeah,
going
yeah,
and
yeah.
you go to shoot the rifle and it jams up. That's like saying, oh damn, I should have just kept my knife. Like, no, you did the right thing by grabbing the rifle. That thing just didn't work the way you.
His
intended it
analogies
to.
are
And
terrible.
Sometimes that
You're
happens.
still going.
You gotta live with that.
So what made me laugh about that is that our friend, our compa Adam Hill goes, look, it's actually not bad as far as analogies go. ...
Yeah, I have no
So-
idea. He just kind of rambled on. I had no idea what was going on there.
He thought it worked, but
When was the last time the Jets made the playoffs?
It's been
Yeah,
like
but-
14
Ryan
years.
probably.
14-year losing or postseason streak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that should be your answer right there, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
But he's another one, right? He talks about winning, takes a big deal. Now he's in a deal where he can't get really traded to any good teams because of cap hits and everything else. So, exactly circling back to what we talk about, that's not winning football. Trying to get these max deals because it's not going to work, dude. I don't know if you know that.
Here, have Victor answer that fantasy football question real quick, and we'll get out of here because
There you
Michael
go.
has been on here patient.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Don't know if you saw my comments at the start of the stream. Michael, if you are interested, we will have our fantasy show tomorrow. So make sure to check out Gilberto's hour. But it says, I don't know if you saw my comments at the start of the stream, but should I bench AJ Brown or T. Higgins this week? I need two receivers in a flex. AJ Brown, Higgins, Lab, Devontae Adams, GSN, and BTJ. So the AJ Brown is going up against that Steelers defense. I would not want AJ Brown. T. Higgins and Ladd McConkey would be my two guys that I would start this week. But that would be me. But what about you, Gilbert?
I'm cool with that, unless depends on Ladd McConkey being healthy though. Maybe for
that is true.
But if he's hurt,
Yeah, and
I wouldn't mind JSN. But yeah, I'm okay with those.
And if you had a second choice, I would go with Devontae Adams just because he's actually getting the ball.
He actually had a decent game last week.
Yep. He had his
Him
best
and
game.
him and the other one. What's his name?
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah,
exactly.
Rodgers went over 300 yards for the first time in 3 years.
Jorge, thank you so much for that. Jorge says, "See, the compas always got your back, so go buy a hoodie."
100%. 100%.
And then he said, then he gives us even a bigger endorsement. It won't shrink after drying, and it's also not made by little foreign children in sweatshops.
I don't know, but
It's made in LA.
Yeah, made it downtown LA. There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
So it's just people out of their minds.
Gilbert just
drugs to
imports
get
the little
their
Chinese kids in here, and then
they work.
They're not little foreign; they're adult foreign.
Yeah, there you go.
And they're Filipino. You racist.
There you go. Same shit. All right.
No, Gilberto, you have the faux pas of the century over there. You have like two of them, I think.
I think we all do, besides Victor, probably.
Oh yeah, Jeff got me twice. I think one on here and one on What's Up Bolts, the bastard.
Oh, he did. Yeah, I remember that.
He got me twice.
All right. We appreciate everybody so much for watching the Four Compas. You guys are the best. Tomorrow, you better not go longer tomorrow like you did today.
Exactly.
When's your Gilberto hour and a half?
Yeah, if we go.
Hey, we kept it to an
I
hour.
apologize to everybody. He likes hearing his own voice, so it might be Gilberto's 2 hour and a half.
What time do you guys start? 6:30?
6:30 probably.
All right, cool. Then we'll do our best to be done by 6:30.
I'm gonna send Dan in there and just have him tell us.
Yeah, please.
Funny,
I have a banner ready for whenever Dan walks. Honestly, you should just
randomly crash.
Yes,
So
I'm
what
sure
the hell,
a lot
man?
of our guys would. And then if Atir is still here, I know Atir wanted to say something. I don't know. That was a long time ago, but
He left a while
he
ago.
did miss the show last week, so hopefully he can make it.
Yeah, he said something about his phone being all messed up or
Yeah.
whatever out there and wherever he is.
Yeah.
Gilberto 24-hour live stream.
Oh, that'd be
Jorge,
sick. I'd
that's
be
a
like
great
that guy, Kai something.
New Year's edition. Kai who? Kai Havertz?
Kai
There we go.
60 million down
He
the
said, "Rick,
drain.
I'm sorry I was not there last Thursday. I had phone issues, but we'll be there this week. Love you."
There you
so,
go. Shout
there
out.
you go, man. 5
There
for
you go.
5
Shout
the
out.
last 2 weeks. So
Go get
Victor,
my
ready.
mixed picks.
Vic, there are two people that love you:
Yes.
your wife and Athir.
Yes.
There
I
you
can
go.
always count on Atir
Shout
for
out.
his love.
Shout out.
Exactly. I think Dan is his number one. You're his number two, and then it's me, and then Gilbert.
Yeah, because Gilberto's hardball hating Charger hater.
I'm
or
not a
something like that.
hardball hater.
That's what he says. All
Are
right,
you
we
not the guy
appreciate
he
you.
always talks about in the press conferences? Is that not you?
That's somebody else, not me.
Are you sure? Are you not the one that he said,
no,
if that's the narrative you want to go with, just
No,
pull quotes, do
No,
whatever
that's
you
not me.
want?
That's not
All
my
right.
style. Not
We
my style.
appreciate you guys so much. Thank you to Michael. Thank you to Jorge. Thank you to Jeffrey. Thank you to
Shout out Michael Hart Jr.
Blue
Shout
Dream.
out.
Thank you to hold on, Robert M, who's probably still barely on our other stuff.
You'll get there.
Jorge, thank you for the $1.99. You are the best.
Shout out.
MHJ.
Thank you to Jay. Thank you to Bold Fam. Let's ride. Thank you to Angel. Thank you to everybody else who jumped. Thank you to King Rye. Dan, do you want to thank your cousin or no?
Diddy Watson, I will not thank him. No.
That's your cousin?
Way to burn him, Frau. Way to burn him. I will not. I
Appreciate
hate
you
that
guys
guy.
so much.
Diddy Watson.
Have a good rest of your week. Don't forget tomorrow. What's up, Bolts? We preview Chargers, and we appreciate it, Michael. That means a lot. He says you guys
out.
should be viral by now. Great show.
Thank you.
We
Shout
appreciate it. Yeah, exactly, Jeffrey. Be a compa, tell a compa.
Shout out.
Don't forget Gilberto's hour tomorrow at 5:30, I think, and then What's Up Bolts at 6:30, and then I did get somebody to jump on for Patriots week. So our compa, he'll Doug Keith,
I
so
thought.
he'll be on.
That's what I
Oh,
thought.
nice.
Yeah, so that'll be
He's
that'll
probably
be a good
so
one.
like weird now, or not that
Yeah,
he's
the
weird.
being around the
The
page. That's what I wanted to
situation,
ask
yeah,
him.
yeah, the
Yeah,
situation.
Thank you,
yeah.
Diego.
Shout out Diego, love you.
He asked me, "Is Gilbert going to be on?" I was like, "I don't know. I'll check. I think he's going to be burnt out from all the Christmas stuff." So, I don't think so. So
This is Halloween. Oh wait, no.
Jorge, do you want us to get him on this week or next week? Would you
That's
rather for
right,
the
Diego.
Broncos or for the Bucks? You tell me, and we can get Eric on. You just tell me if either this week or next week, and we'll get him on. But again, thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. Appreciate you guys. Gilbert, why don't you get us out of here?
Yeah, and going off of Michael's comment, yeah, we should go viral. Maybe we could put that video out of where Dan was wrong about the mortgage and Russell Wilson, the Steelers. Maybe that could go viral. Or we could have Dan have a TikTok dance battle with Jackson Mahomes, whichever you want. That'd be cool with me. But thank you for all the support here.
Thank you, Jorge.
Jorge, Diego, Michael, everybody on here. Okay, let's get out of here before we get canceled. But on that note,
Impossible.
ya nos vamos, pues. Vámonos.
Pia Compatello.